Greetings from your old Pander buddy. I hope you're winning at life, love and everything else. Now Brexit is over and I've done my spiel about Onision, Pander shall deliver his diatribe on the so-called Chinese virus. Since we are told that this alleged virus is Chinese in origin, and since the Chinese are famously said to be inscrutable, I'll start by quoting Jean Baudrillard from his essay, The Hell of the Same. Perhaps even the hell of other people would have been preferable to this. This return to the original form of an impossible kind of exchange. Inasmuch as the individual no longer confronts the other, he finds himself face to face with himself on account of an aggressive backlash on the part of his immune system, a dislocation of his own code, and destruction of his own defenses. The individual becomes, in a sense, an antibody to himself. Now, I have no idea what that means. I just plucked it more or less at random from Baudrillard's seminal collection of essays, The Transparency of Evil. That was Baudrillard being inscrutable. My turn now. Are the so-called Illuminati behind the so-called Chinese virus? Does any virus really exist? If not, my question is, have the so-called Illuminati created an international hoax, inducing a widespread delusion of a killer virus? Now, I'm not going to seriously attempt to investigate my question. Poor old Pander wouldn't know where to begin. An organism called a virus, too tiny to be seen, people dying of respiratory failure. Come on, there's not enough to go on. At least cholera symptoms were loud and proud. If you don't know what I'm referring to, check out cholera in a social history book. So, I'm calling the Chinese virus out. Come and get me. I'm here. Come and get me. I'm not scared. A bad cough with flu-like symptoms, fatigue with chance of death. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on, bad boy. Come on, you Chinese rascal. I'm here. I'm here now. Live bait, mate. Live bait. Well, we can't just sit here waiting for any response to my challenge. The virus takes a couple of hours to incubate, mate. Kicking out the jams. Social distancing. Was it inevitable? Was it just as Jean Baudrillard always predicted? Or have the Illuminati manufactured the scare? Alan Moore's Watchmen. Not the movie, entertaining as it was, but the comic book. The character, Ozymandias, gathers together on a private island a selection of artists, psychics, and scientists. Yes, Ozymandias owns his own island. Very medieval, very pretentious, but nothing that any self-respecting Illuminati would bat an eyelid at. So he gathers these artists, psychics, and scientists on his private island. And why? If you've read Watchmen very closely, you'll know why. If you haven't, old Pander boy will inform you. Ozymandias worries that the world is hurtling toward destruction. In an attempt to allay this fate situation, he tries to scare humanity into behaving. And he does this by putting together psychics, artists, and scientists on his private island, drawing up plans for a false alien attack. He hopes this illusion of an alien threat will bring the whole of humanity together in a common cause. So Alan Watchman, ever the provocative warlock of literature, supplies in Watchmen a very left-of-field speculative explanation of how an international hoax, such as global pandemic, might just be manufactured rather than transpire objectively. I like to think that neither David Foster Wallace nor Ian M. Banks did die, and instead are secretly collaborating on our current corona script, a very cryptic script. The main sticking point for any of this is, for any of it to be the case, the Illuminati would have to exist, which of course they do not. The only reason I'm making this vid, and indeed the reason that you're watching, is that lockdown has driven us all insane. Hello? See what I mean? No one wants to talk to you. Addendum. Or is the truth